first started, when I first made it, I was a little kid, and I was like, yeah, everyone loved me on YouTube, and I was trying to, like, do live streams and stuff.
I was gonna say so.
In the past, like, probably, out of those 10 years, probably the past, like, 7, I literally use it for instances like this. Like, I can't stream it onto Discord, but I want to stream it so Wade can see it. I'll stream it on YouTube. He can just look it up real quick. Hop on YouTube and start streaming.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Called in left side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the red zone now. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
This one's caught. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've made it to 1st and goal on their opening drive, hoping to start this game with 6. They'll try and punch it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Here we go.
3rd and goal, Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, by getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Damian Pierce now to return it. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL. And it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
So before that, welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at second and pretty short. On play action, here's Stroud. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down, Mixon gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Here we go.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They've got a man in motion. First down, Stroud. He's on the move. That throw comes up short. Needed a little more muscle on that one.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Prescott here from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled, seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros. And part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys with 1st and 10. They're set up at the 35 now.
Yeah! There we go! Right side! What do you think?
First down, here's Dak. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
We're going to 52. Yeah! There we go! Right side! What do you think?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Kill! Gun! Hey, kill! What do you think?
From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
What do you think?
From the gun is Prescott. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, that's one you watch the next day, Kate, and you're just bummed. As a QB, you're a perfectionist. And when it's caught but out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little bit more accurate on your end.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Buying some time right. Finding Collins. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys going on a bit of a speed run, it seems. We are flying past halftime and going right to the start of the third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They kick the running back in motion. Chased out to his right. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Now that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That one's incomplete over the middle.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Getting out to his left. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Cowboys take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
Well, that's now a second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Rolling out to his left. It's caught. Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still first down.
Here's Dak. Catch made by Cooks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Right up the gut. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Yeah! Here we go! Like it!
Dak now from the gun. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's 4 yards on 2nd and goal. Now they'll only need 3 on 3rd down.
Kill! Yeah! Here we go!
Dowdle. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's out a little short of the 30. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pass caught by Mixon. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that brings up 4th and short. You're going for this. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Trying for a touchdown here. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah! Hey, kill! 47, 26.
Throwing again is Dak. On the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Texans are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So 2nd down coming up. A give left side. Here's Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. Third down coming. Shotgun now for Stroud. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
All right.
From the 23. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. 4 yards to the pickup that time, partner. They're set up closer. 4th and goal upcoming.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take. What do you think?
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, new plan.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play.
New plan, we're passing.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
What do you think?
Throwing on first is Prescott. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
What do you think?
Dak off the play fake. Escapes his grasp. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
What do you think?
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Jalen Petrie.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Buys time, rolling right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. They'll come up 1st and 10.
On the quick, right? Hey!
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
South.
Setting up to pass. He's on the move. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Plowing up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Intentional grounding, offense.
So it seems like either way they were getting a 4th down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And the Texans are going to take over with their eyes on the end zone. They're set up at the 35 now.
South. Good.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is to throw. He's got it near the 10. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. 1 final shot here. And he comes up with it. He
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football?
Great game in store for y'all, and it's all just...
Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he's out of bounds, past midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit for first down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Right back to Irving now. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. On target to Godwin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 16 yards on the play.
Hey, alert, alert!
And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Irving here from the gun. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
This finds Evans complete. End zone, instead stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Baker now from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Understand is it just fucks him every time.
He reacts well to throws in so
Like, just hold them on the nose so
before they ever reach the target.
Irving.
Damn it.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after.
Sounds like a funeral.
Oh. I just heard you keep looking at him like, what the fuck is this?
And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Here we go.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. While there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Daniels from the pistol. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
At the 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set.
Here's the give to Irving. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught. It's Cade Otton. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, your play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. He's got it! And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On the give, this is Irving. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well after drive number 1 ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate. Every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Go!
Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Buccaneers will take over with a short field. They're at the 28-yard line. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players.
And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikes and the 49ers, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Purdy now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Ready up. Crack all 80. Shut up.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Purdy gets this one to Juszczyk. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Juwan Jennings, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Personal foul.
Moody good with the extra point. Defense. And it's now a 7-0 game. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. But the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Darnold. That's caught downfield by Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. An inside give to Jones. just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a first down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Running right, Jones. Down right around the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those. Packages, don't they?
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Josh Oliver, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Go.
Now Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
60 by 6. 60. Come on. Set. Ready.
Play action. Now Purdy. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Purdy looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Open man is Jalen Naylor. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down and 3.
Let's go now.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separate, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL...